hearing us? They are already in the
Good.
room.
So, dear Guillermo, if you want, I can start and
Yeah,
introduce you also.
yeah,
Okay.
please.
So, good
Please, yeah.
morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Open Forum of the International Society of Pediatric Oncology, SIOP. I'm Regine Kebudi, the General Secretary of SIOP and a Professor of Pediatric Hematology Oncology at the Istanbul University. And our President, SIOP President, Guillermo Chantada is here. First, I'll give him the word so that he can welcome you before we start our forum. Yes, Dr. Chantada.
Thank you very much, Regine, dear friends. It's always a pleasure to spend an hour with you with this open forum with an open agenda so you as members can join us and share your thoughts, propose ideas, hear from us. We hear from you. This is what we do in these open forums. And so you can get to know better your society. We can get to know better your needs. So thanks for spending the time with us today. And Regine is going to start with the presentation of some features from our society. And then we have the open microphone, but please feel free anytime to stop us and to ask questions. This is not a formal presentation, but mostly a dialogue between the SIOP leadership and our friends and members.
And when you have questions, you can write it in the chat.
Sorry,
And if we can ask you to have your microphones muted in between. But if you have questions, then you can do the function of raise your hand, and we will try to ask you to come forward and ask your question or comment. So first of all, I would like to again welcome you to welcome to every one of you. Maybe we have new members also with us. So I would like to tell about the structure of SIOP a little bit. There is the board of SIOP. The board members are the president, the secretary general. Both of us are here. We have the treasurer, the scientific committee chair, the co-chairs the global health network. Dr. Sagir is with us within the participants. Dr. Federico Antolon is the other co-chair. Dr. Courtney Sullivan is the chair of the nursing network. Korede Akindela is the chair of the Young SIOP, and 1/3 of our members are Young SIOP, less than 40 years of age. Rashmi Dalvi is the advocacy chair. And we have also the Education Training Committee Chair, Francois Dos. As you can see, we are from all parts of the world. We're really a global society, both in membership and in the board representation. And also in the board, we have the presidents of the 6 continents, Andrea from Latin America, Gevorg from Asia, Claire from Oceania, Uta from Europe, Jeff Don from North America, and Joyce from Africa. And also we have coming board members. We all have a limited time so that there is a turn, everyone can take a turn and do something good for the society. Professor Rob Peters is the president-elect. These are the coming board members. Professor Meir van der Heuvel-Ebroek is the scientific committee chair-elect. Louise is our Young SIOP chair-elect. Jordana is our Oceania president-elect, and Jennifer is our Africa president-elect. So also to run, all the board members are volunteers. We are volunteers that work with devotion for SIOP. And also we have the professional team who also work with a lot of devotion. Susan Vollard is the chief executive officer. Many of you know her. And Tessie Lab is the executive director for programs and strategy. And Elia Atanasova is the administrative coordinator. They are both with us today. Nancy is a marketing and communication manager. Olga helps us with the policy affairs, both SIOP Europe and SIOP. Grigor is our membership coordinator. And whenever you have any problems, Suzanne, Tessie, and Elia, and all the team are happy to help you. And many of you have already asked for your help. How is our membership? I said we are really a global society. We have about at the end of December 2024, we had 3,680 members. Our potential is about 5,000 members. And by the end of 2025, I'm expecting that we will be at least 4,000 members. And when you see half of our members are high income countries and half of our members are from low and middle income countries. So we have a good representation of each of the depending on the income of the countries. 49% are females, so females are usually like pediatrics and pediatric oncology, so there are more females. Sorry, males, we also respect you a lot, but we are more females. The average age of SIOP members are 46 years. In 2019, it was 48, so it is becoming younger by time. And the average age of SIOP Congress attendees is 36 years. And so this is coming down, it went down by 1 year also. When you think of the continents, 50% are from Europe and North America, 48%, and they are followed by Asia, Africa, Latin America, and Oceania. SIOP has 5 strategic goals. This is very important: advocacy globally for children and adolescents with cancer. Research is very important to improve outcomes for our patients with cancer. Education and training is very important. Increasing membership and engagement is very important. That's why we do these open forums. And I will tell you that we are doing a lot of non-congress activities also, so that year-long we have member engagement. And also we have strength. We want the 5th goal is strengthening and expanding strategic partnerships, which we will tell you about. We have also committees like the Advocacy Committee, Education Training, Finance and Governance Committees, Membership Committees, Publication Endorsement, Scientific Committee, Park Committee, and also the WHO, World Health Organization. We are a non-state actor in official relations with the World Health Organization, and we have a special committee for this engagement. And we have a lot of networks, and we always encourage you, especially the newcomers and also the old ones, to take part in our networks, in our working groups, and be active. This is very important for networking, for helping each other and also the children in your centers. So we have 9 networks. This is the Global Health Network, Nutrition, Supportive Care, Pediatric Psycho-Oncology, Nursing, Young SIOP, Women Leaders, Epidemiology and Outcomes, and Survivorship. The Survivorship and Epidemiology and Outcomes are 2 new brand networks that were established the last year. And for Young SIOP, as I said, almost 1/3 of our members are less than 40 years of age and members of Young SIOP, and almost half of our population are members of the Women Leaders as well. In the SIOP Global Health Network, previously in the past, it was called the Pediatric Oncology in Developing Country. But we know that the global health issues are everywhere in low middle income countries and high income countries. So we have changed the composition and call it the Global Health Network, because the Global Health Network is for all countries, high and low income country, for all the necessities that are globally there. But also we want always to encompass, to have the low middle income countries and their challenges addressed as well. And we are very keen on that. And in the Global Health Network, we have working groups, 8 of them: palliative care, adolescent and young adults, psychosocial well-being, research and innovation, the PROS, that is pediatric radiation oncology, and partnership, traditional and complementary medicine. And we have a brand new working group, artificial intelligence in pediatric oncology. And you know, nowadays, artificial intelligence is very, very important. And we have very experienced friends, our colleagues in artificial intelligence. And now we have a working group, and they are now in action for this month on. And probably they are with us. And if they are with us at the end, we will give them some words to represent themselves as well. And in the Global Health Network, we have also done a lot of educational activities, thanks to the co-chair, Sagir, who has led them and all the group. And we had the CEDAR series, which is the Cancer Early Diagnosis and Appropriate Referral series. We said that we are a non-state actor in official relations with the WHO, World Health Organization. And the World Health Organization has a program, GICC, Global Initiative for Childhood Cancer, which is very important. And each of us in SIOP, each of us in our centers, in fact, work for these global roles. What are these goals? We know that we have 6 index cancers that are highly curable in high-income countries. And we want them to be cured also in low-middle income countries, to have at least a survival rate of 60% for these. And for that, the Global Health Network, in association with the IPA, which is International Pediatric Association, has done a series of early diagnosis and appropriate referral webinars for these 6 cancers, which are ALL, Hodgkin lymphoma, Burkitt lymphoma, low-grade glioma, retinoblastoma, and Wilms tumor. And now, after that, we have done the SWOT analysis and asked for the feedback of our members. They wanted disease-specific learning, so the discipline, the disease-specific learning educational activities has begun. In the first phase, 6 ones were done, and in May 23, our president, Guillermo Chantada, was our guest speaker for retinoblastoma. Thanks to the co-chairs Sagir and Federico, and also the discipline team for doing all these educational activities. So please take part in all these activities. They have some case presentations and then some very important speakers from both United States or Europe or countries, but quite experienced, so that this is really an educational opportunity. Also, we have partners. Partnership is very important. As I told you, the WHO, World Health Organization, GRCC program is very important. We are together not only with physicians, nurses, and other healthcare professionals, but also with our survivors, patients, families. And the CCI, Childhood Cancer International, is very important. It encompasses the families, the patients, the survivors. So we have a collaboration. We have a collaboration with the Society of Radiation Oncology, pediatric radiation oncology, the pediatric surgical oncology, the International Pediatric Surgical Oncology. These are very important collaborations. We also have the ARIA program, the Global Mapping Program, which our president will be talking about, and the PARC program. And we have a lot of agreements between other organizations like the Senchut Global Alliance, the IPOC, the International Society of Ocular Oncology, and others. Now, I would like first to ask our President Dr. Chantada to talk a little about the WHO committee and the Essential Medicines Working Group, because some of our members had some questions about those, and then we will be talking about the PARC committee and the ARIA. Dr. Chantada, would you like to tell us a little more about the WHO and the Essential Medicines Working Group?
Yeah, thank you very much, Regine. Well, you know that, as Regine mentioned, SIOP is a non-state actor in official relations with the WHO. And as such, we have a number of collaborations with the WHO. And one very important of them is the one that we relate to the Global Platform for Essential Medicines. So we appointed a dedicated committee for the Essential Medicines Working Group, which in fact works in many other topics about the essential medicines. They just participate in, as the slide says, in the Global Accelerator for Pediatric Formulation Networks. And that means, for example, that we advise the WHO in case of there's a need of a different formulation for any pediatric cancer medication. So it's a very important work that this committee is doing. And another very important work that this committee is doing is to be the catalyzer of the requests and complaints and worries of our members about the use of substandard cancer medications. We had this issue in a number of instances where our members realized that there were drugs in the market, that there were chemotherapy drugs in the market that they supposed they were not high quality. So we have this forum to discuss about this. We advise the members to the mechanisms they should do nationally to report these concerns. And we supported a big move towards making sure that the children with cancer will receive the drugs of high quality that they need. So this is a very important part. They always do a session in the Congress, which is one of their highest attended sessions in our Congress, and it's a very good interaction. So we welcome you, if you happen to attend to our meeting in Amsterdam, to come and join this work. So the next slides,
Yeah.
Isabel.
I'll just continue with the next slides. Sorry.
Okay.
So
Okay.
after the and now we have also research is very important, as we said, and we want to increase research capacity in low middle income countries, and that's why the Park Committee was founded. Dr. Shantada, can you please tell us about the Park Committee as well?
Yes, of course. That was a program that was started by the previous president, Kathy Pitta Jones, where I remember her words. She wanted to have a big, hairy, ambitious goal from SIOP, and she made a series of consultations at that time and realized that SIOP supporting research in low and middle income countries could be the flagship of the programs that SIOP is doing in low and middle income countries. So that was how Park Committee was born at that time. We decided to support the already existent cooperative groups in all the continents in order to support the research capacity. In this phase, we are not supporting a specific protocol, but we support them to perform the protocols they think are needed in their own setting. So that work started during my presidency in 2022, and I'm going to be closing my presidency in October, and by that time, we are going to be reaching about 1 million euros of support to the cooperative groups in lower middle income countries. We gave 2 career awards as well, the Nikon and Irene Family Career Award to young investigators in lower middle income countries as well. So this is a program that is growing, is supporting a very important component of our mission, which is to support research and to generate the evidence. Because as we always say, sometimes we need to generate the data. We generate the data. We cannot just support. We cannot just use the evidence that is produced in high income countries to work in low and middle income countries. So this is a very active and important program at SIOP.
SIOP has a lot of opportunities. We have told about the 5 goals also, and we have a lot of scholarships and awards. And really, every Thursday, watch out for the SIOP Weekly Bulletin, where many of these scholarships and awards are being written. And so always the deadline to apply or nominate for all scholarships and awards is the same as the submission of the abstracts, the deadline of the abstracts. So for this year, it is over, but for next year, don't forget to look and whether you want to apply for some scholarships. We have the Young Investigator Awards, Rising Star Awards, which one colleague from Syria first received, and then one colleague from Pakistan, and this year it will be given to Shushan from Armenia. Global Health Scholarships, Nursing Scholarships, Schwarzkopf Prize, a very prestigious prize, the Hans-Peter Wagner Prize for some work in low middle income country. Lifetime Achievement Award is given to a senior member of SIOP, and the Nursing Leadership Award is also given to a senior member for all their work in pediatric oncology that they have done. There are also poster awards and oral abstract awards as well. We said we have the 6 continents, 6 continental presidents: North America, Europe, Latin America, Asia, Africa, and Oceania. There are key activities like regional congresses, scientific meetings, and these are all announced in the SIOP Weekly Bulletin as well, also with many emails, but always watch out for the weekly SIOP Bulletin. There are a lot of educational activities going on from networks, working groups, and also continental branches, research, advocacy. There are local ambassador campaigns for community involvement, and in Asia, in 2025, the local ambassador campaigns have done 17 in-person meetings in 17 different countries, which is great for networking. Thanks to all that took part in those. We want to build partnership everywhere in the world with healthcare institutions and NGOs, and we want to raise awareness about childhood cancer at local and global levels. There are a lot of activities offered, as well as a few updates opportunities, and these are always shared with the SIOP leadership and all the members each month both in the SIOP Weekly Bulletin and also with emails. And also it is always on the website. And we thank a lot to the more than 160 SIOP leaders who take part in different networks, working groups, special interest groups, committees, and contents to offer these activities. And I have seen within the participants, we have our treasurer, our past secretary general, our co-chair of the Global Health Network, of the survivorship network. Welcome to all, and if there are questions, maybe they can take part and answer those also. And also we have our incoming Global Health Network co-chair, Jacques, is also with us. I saw him. So overall, only in 2025, by June, in the first 5 months, because we didn't include June, it was by the end of May, we have had more than 2,300 unique attendees in our online events, some people attending multiple events. And we are always taking feedback, also, especially in the educational activities. And thank you for all that has organized, and thank for all that have participated, because with the questions and answers, it makes it really quite awarding, promising. So watch out for the SIOP weekly bulletins every Thursday, where we have all these activities that are offered, scholarships and opportunities. For example, in June, we sent you these, the ones that were in May. There are maybe almost 20 activities from many networks. I will not be reading all of these. There are educational activities or business meetings that were done, meetups, initiatives that were done. And also the advocacy committee, for example, marked the World No Tobacco Day by raising awareness of the impact of tobacco products exposure on children. So these are continuing. In the past, usually people said, well, SIOP is the Congress. We go to the Congress. But now we want to make sure, and we thank everyone in the SIOP leadership that took part in the past years that really have made SIOP such a big global community. And now we want to make it a year-long activities that are running. It is not only, SIOP is not only the Congress. Year-long we shall be active in all these educational activities and other things, networking. If we have any questions, we can always ask the Secretariat or us. We are a big family, the SIOP Global Pediatric Oncology family. So feel free to take part in all these activities and to reach us when you want. The SIOP Connect is very important. It was new last year, but now it is being used more and more to find a member in your country from the directory, to join SIOP networks, working groups, membership certificates if you want to get one and you need one for promotion or for your CV. If you want to message members in your area, or you want to join any activities, these are always announced in the SIOP Connect of that network, of that working group. So always look out for the SIOP Connect also. And if there are any questions on that, at the end, we can ask Tessie to answer those as well. And also, many of you are here and you are already members or have renewed your members, but also tell your other colleagues if they have not done to renew their membership. We have different membership categories and different reduced fees for low middle income countries. And also there are, for the ones that cannot pay even the reduced fee, there are some donations. They can personally reach the Secretariat or us and ask for these opportunities also. Because it is important to be a member and to be active in all these memberships so that you get all the emails and the weekly bulletin. And also every Wednesday we have the Sociedo Digest, which has the publications of each SIOP member in that month or in that week. And you can at least scroll down to see what has been done, and which I really try to look every Wednesday to see what is new in Sociedo Digest, who is publishing what. And sometimes you really get so many, in a very short time, you can scroll down and see what is new. And you can, if you want to have the full text, then you can reach those. You see the abstracts, but you can reach the co-authors because they are all SIOP members. It is really I really enjoy it. And we have, when you are a member, you have a reduced registration for the SIOP Annual Congress and free subscription for the Pediatric Blood and Cancer. And if you're a nurse, European Journal of Oncology Nursing. And you get all these emails, the Sociedo Digest, weekly bulletin, and all the opportunities for scholarships and awards, not only from SIOP, also many of these awards and scholarships that are for oncologists is also announced in these weekly bulletins as well. And also, if you're eligible, you can run for office or vote for SIOP leadership positions. You can take part in leadership positions for working groups, networks. We really want everyone to be quite active because there are so many things that you can really be active in. And don't forget, this year our Congress is in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, in October 2023. For those who can come in person, it will be really so nice to see you all in person and hug you all. But if you cannot come, there will be a after the Congress, everything is recorded, right, Guillermo? And after the Congress for 3 months, you can see those, and the members after 3 months can see everything, all the recordings as well. And the future annual congresses, 2026 is in San Antonio, 2027 is Sydney. You know, we have been rotating within continents. From 2028, it will be in Europe, but then we will probably not be rotating and having some locations that are more easy for everyone to attend. And with this, I will like to say thank you, and so that we have time, 30 minutes to know you, to take your questions, answers, and comments. If you have any other, we have more slides, and if you need more more questions, we can always put on the slides again. But I think it will be better to have interaction, right, Guillermo? So here we see, as I say, I saw Sagir is here, our co-chair of the Global Health Network. Sagir, do you want to say any words, and also to introduce Jacques as the new coming vice chair after October? Sometimes the internet connection. Yeah, you're here.
Yeah,
And
thank you
Jacques,
so much,
here also?
Regina. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can.
Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Regina. It's a comprehensive introduction to all SIOP entities, including the networks. Yeah, we are actually changing a little bit in the leadership, the framework. So we used to have, as you all know, two co-chairs. One of them must be from the low and middle income countries. But from October onward, it will be one chair and the other will be the vice chair. So Jacques, currently working in Belgium, is from South Africa. He is joining us as a vice chair. He got elected as a vice chair elect, and he will start, he will step up, and I'm actually completing my 6 years of co-chair position. So Federico will be the chair of the GHN, and Jacques will be the vice chair. So that's one thing. And
you are here, but if you are available, I know you are on vacation. You can maybe here's here. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome to newcomers. Okay, good.
I'm in Seoul at the moment, so it's nearly 11 o'clock. But
okay,
hello.
Thanks you for coming. I know you were on vacation, but we want to welcome the newcomers. Good, thank you.
Sagir's shoes is going to be quite big to fill, but I'll do my best.
Thank you. And is there anyone from the AI, the artificial intelligence? If so, could you speak out? I think they wanted to. Maybe they couldn't. Well, so we will have the AI also new. Sagir, yeah, thank you. And now we are open for questions, comments. Sorry.
Yeah, one thing, we are having our quarterly business meeting a day after tomorrow. So we would have more conversation about the GHN and transition of roles and this plan in particular, which thank you, Regine, for highlighting about that. So it will be more details in that session.
Yeah, okay. I have seen Ellen is our treasurer, very important. Ellen, you want to say hello to our friends? But maybe here he is, yeah.
I'll just say hello, Rajin. Hi. I'm happily looking after your money.
Okay, so Ellen is trying to keep us with the money so that we can have so many research projects, and also we have these projects that we give some funding for the networks, and there are many projects other than the park also that are being done. So watch out for all those opportunities so that you can apply for these projects. Thank you so much, Ellen.
Yeah, it's a great segue, Rajin, and thank you for surfacing that. And I will say, guys, if you have particular involvement in a particular group or network, be aware that I mean, we obviously make this aware to all the leadership, and we make our members aware at our annual meeting. But if you do have a really fantastic idea, please do surface it in your group, because we do find that we don't necessarily get proposals from everyone, and we'd like to have as many proposals as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. Julia is our great past General Secretary. Julia, I see you here. You want to say something to our friends of your experience? Hi.
Oh my goodness. I'm I'm just grateful to see all the updates and the news and excited to hear what the audience has to say. Welcome,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you for being with us. Thank you so much. And Nurdan, I see you here. She is the our co-chair of the Survivorship Network. Do you want to welcome our friends and tell about it in a few words?
Thank you very much, Dr. Rajin Kebudi and Guillermo Chantada. Actually, that open forum was really nice, especially for the young generation, the new SIOP members, to understand to how big is the SIOP umbrella, actually covering all networks and combining together, and it's so nice to work together. And I hope we will see each other at the annual meeting at Amsterdam. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nurdan. Tessie, would you like to tell something about the SIOP Connect, because you worked very hard for that? And also, if you have any questions, comments, please please ask them. You can just put the function, raise your hand, or just speak out. Yes, Tessie.
Yes, SIOP Connect is live and functioning well. If anyone would like to join any of the networks or working groups that you heard earlier today, you can join them by logging into SIOP Connect and selecting that particular network or working group. There is no limit on how many networks and working groups you can join. And you're welcome to join them. Once you do, you will start receiving invitations for that particular network's activities and offerings.
Thank you so much, Tessie. And if there is any problems with the payment, sometimes there has been some problems. You are free to email the membership or Tessie, and she has always helped us, because I had also the problem, and it is solved. So there may be problems. Don't worry. We will just try to fix it, whatever the problem is. We are here, as I say, please feel free to comment. Neil, would you like, welcome. I see you're here. Neil has been very active in the PODC Global Health Network. You want to say hello to our friends and make any comments?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, thanks for introducing me.
Hi.
It's fantastic seeing so many people on this call. When you first started doing it a couple of years ago, there was only a few people, but it's great having these sessions where we get an overview of what's going on. So thanks for the intro. I don't have anything else to say though, but it's great seeing what's happening at the moment.
Thank you for coming. It is nice to have you here. Thank you so much. And yes, dear friends, please be your English may not be your first language. It's not my first language, nor Guillermo's as well. Please feel free to ask your question. We will understand even if the structure of the question is not so well. So please, we are here a global community to help our patients, to help each other. So please don't be shy and ask your questions always here or in the Congress or in any webinar. We're here to help you. Guillermo, would you like to have any comments for our new, especially how many of you are new members? If you can just unmute yourself and say yes, we will know.
New member here.
Yes,
Hi, who is it? Jonah, you are Jonah Avimbe Ayamba. You're a new member, right? Welcome. Where are you from?
I'm from Ghana. Thank you very much
From
for this.
Ghana. We are very happy to have you here. And who is another? I think there was another new member.
Yes, I'm Maria Papasateriou. I am from Greece but work in Germany. Hi.
Hi, Maria. Welcome. Welcome. It's so nice to have you here. Any newcomers, new members?
Rania from the Philippines, a new member.
Welcome, Rania. So it is the first open forum that you were here. Any questions, anything? That's why we talk a little about the structure and what's going on, but you may have more questions. You can ask them here. And if you just have other questions, you can always email us, the secretariat or us. We're always here. Any other new member? We want to know.
Könül from Azerbaijan.
Welcome, welcome, dear friend. So nice to have you here. Good. Any others? Please speak out. I mean, as this is an informal meeting, we are open to everyone.
I
And
just wanted
maybe
to
some of.
highlight,
Hi.
Regine, yes,
Hi,
please go
Andres.
ahead.
Andres, are you a new member?
Hi, good morning. Yes, my name is Andres. I'm here in Houston, Texas, in the US.
Oh, welcome, Andres. It's so nice to have you with us. Welcome. Good luck to all of you. Yes, Dr. Shantada.
No, I just wanted to, I didn't hear very well the one of the persons that introduced herself. I thought she mentioned that she was from Azerbaijan, but I don't I didn't hear well. Just that made me think that another project that SIOP is running is SIOP Global Mapping. And
Oh, yes, it is very important. I
yeah,
wanted to give that word to you. Thank you for
yeah,
reminding
so
us. Please tell us about the
SIOP,
global mapping.
yeah, SIOP is conducting a mapping that was originally launched by Eric Buffet during his presidency, and it is still growing to get all the data from all the countries, from all the centers everywhere that treat children with cancer. We did Africa first, then we did Latin America. Now we are working on Asia, which is a really a challenge because it's a big continent with a lot of new centers growing, and also we are working on Oceania as well at this moment. So please make sure that your institution is registered in global mapping. That is a great tool for SIOP and just for the WHO, for example, to inform policy, because then we could know how many centers are there in the continent, how many pediatric oncologists are there. So it's really important that you participate in this project. So please feel free to reach out in case you think your center is interested in participating, or if it had, maybe you could update your information if there's a new information there.
Thank you very much. This is very important, and there has been a lot of publications from Africa and Latin America, right? And maybe now,
Yeah.
because we have just told about it, it would be nice in the SIOP Weekly Bulletin, if in this week, in the coming weeks, Nancy, Suzanne, you can just share the names of the publications so that our new members know about it for the global mapping, and they can do the best for their centers also. Thank you so much. And also we welcome Abdi from Ethiopia, right? I think Abdi, you have written, you are a new member. Welcome, welcome. And our friend from Azerbaijan, can you introduce yourself again? I missed the name also, as Guillermo did. And Lisa from Uganda is here. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so nice to see you all. We want to meet you all in person, and if not, then online. And if you have any questions now or any other time, you can always reach us. And please feel to tell your feedbacks. So we have Neil and Julia Guillermo, Julia, Neil, Eric Buffet, they have worked a lot for the global mapping. And Neil has written for global mapping. We partner with Resonance and have 99 countries. And Neil, it's 700 institutions recorded, as Guillermo has said. And data from many more is being collected. Elise Shababu, you appreciate the fact that the coming conferences will be available online, which is very helpful for us in low middle income countries. And it would be a good initiative to allow for our countries some funds for research. Elis, Associate Professor of Medical Genetics from Tunisia. Well, as we said, please reach out to your centers to collaborative groups, because as Dr. Shantada has mentioned, these, especially the park committee, is giving these projects to collaborative groups. Yeah, right, Dr. Shantada? Not to specific centers, so that bigger research, bigger projects can be done. And also, please join the networks so that if you have a good idea, you can make a project within that network that may be funded. Yes, there is a lot of opportunities. Reach out for those, but it is usually within the networks or the park committees rather than specific centers or persons. That is very important. And Eliana is a second year for her as a SIOP member. She's from Indonesia, and she hopes to have a short course about pediatric rehabilitation from SIOP. As I say, watch out for all these opportunities. It may not be SIOP funded, but there are other also fundings for other groups, like from ASCO also there are other things, but usually these are also announced in our SIOP weekly bulletin. And we are happy to have as many people funded for educational research from SIOP, which is very important. For example, in the SIOP news this year, it will appear. Last week, there was the ASCO meeting, American Society of Clinical Oncology, but there also they have a lot of from low middle income country and from North America, some from Europe and some from low middle income countries. We were there as SIOP members. We saw always each other and we tried to represent SIOP as much as we can, but we want to be in the SIOP Congress all together. Whenever you can, please try to come to SIOP. It is very important to be in person, if not online. And also the one on with the meeting, we had once the virtual meetings during the COVID, but now they are recorded. The opening ceremony is usually live, right? Guillermo and Tessie, if I'm mistaken, please tell me about it. But most of the sessions, because of financial reasons, cannot be virtual, but they are recorded and on demand, they can be seen afterwards, which is also very important. Mirai, you are the co-chair. I see you are here, co-chair of Palliative Working Group in the Global Health Network. Do you have anything to say? Do you want to express anything? Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Sorry for my internet connection. I'm out now. And thank you very much for this very informative meeting. I really want to say that being the part of this community is very special. And if you come and see to the meetings, annual meetings, you feel the every person of this community is very friendly, and you can have the opportunities to have to make connection, networking with all the members of the community. So welcome to new members, and please be a member of Palliative Care Working Group, please.
Yeah. So the ones that are interested in palliative care can reach Mirai or also Michael from St. Jude. And also for the rehabilitation, Elisa has written for rehabilitation. In the supportive care network, we have a rehabilitation working group by dedicated friends from who do rehabilitation, physical therapists, physicians, or physiotherapists, and they are doing fantastic work. Elisa, you can, from the SIOP Connect, you can reach them. Otherwise, write to Tessie or me and we'll connect you, because you said you are interested about rehabilitation, pediatric rehabilitation. There's a fantastic group now in SIOP. And Tessie has written that if you need visa letters for the Amsterdam Congress, please write to info. You can see it in the chat. info.SIOPonline.org after you register for the Congress, and they'll try to help you. And Rania is planning to attend the SIOP convention in October and pending visa approvals. That's why Tessie has written. So if you have that kind of a problem, please write our secretariat and they will provide you with some, especially if you have an abstract and if it is accepted, and even not if you are registered, they will provide you with a letter of invitation. Yes. So we have about 10 to 15 more minutes. So if you have any questions, any suggestions, we are here for you. Please do so. Guillermo, you want to tell anything other? I can tell about my story. I began to go to SIOP in 1991. The old ones know about it, but the new ones. And I really fell in love with SIOP. It was in Rhodes. And at that time, I mean, we didn't have too much money. We went by bus to a city where we took a ferry boat. We were 20 of us from Turkey that went to Greece, to Rhodes in Greece. And it was a fantastic meeting. I was amazed to see so many people. You read in the literature the names, and they were right with you, sitting beside you. So you could ask your questions, get acquainted. And I said, I have to go to this Congress every year to get knowledge, to do networking. And I did so for every year. Guillermo knows about it. So really, when you go to a SIOP Congress, you'll feel in love with it, and we'll try to go every year. Shantada, Dr. Shantada, how was your story with SIOP?
Oh, also a great experience. My first one was in 1995. I was a third year fellow at that time, and the Congress was in Montevideo. And I also went. Montevideo is I'm Argentinian, and I worked in Argentina. And Montevideo is also reachable by ferry, so I also went by ferry to my first Congress. But afterwards, I think it's as you said, this even though the Congresses now are much bigger, there is still a sense of family. There is still some the possibility for you to meet people, to learn from the others, to come back very inspired. I think that is something that I always bring back when I go back home from my SIOP Congress. I go back inspired, feeling that I gain a lot of insight from my colleagues and friends from all over the world. And I see Neil has his hand up.
Yes,
I'm always interested on Neil's input. Neil, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. No, firstly, thanks for the history of you two. It's really, really interesting. But secondly, I want to go back to what you were talking about, the essential medicines, because I'm in touch with a group of doctors in the UK who are interested in helping. And I got in touch with Avram, and he said the remit of the group might be changing, but it's still being decided. I wonder if there's any inside information you can give about the future of the group or anything that's happening on that front.
No, the group is working actively. In fact, we had a meeting with the leadership a couple of weeks ago, and they came up with a couple of proposals for new features. I think it's a great moment for that group because the global platform for essential medicines has just been launched in 5 countries, and I think there's 6 more coming up. So it's a great momentum. So they have not done so many online meetings this year, but there are a lot of projects coming up from this group. So we are discussing at the senior management level a proposal from that group that to make a very important contribution for our society. But I cannot say more, but there's a lot coming up from the essential medicines group.
Thank you, Guillermo. Suzanne,
Okay,
I see you're here also. I think many of you know you, but we would like other members to know you also. Enelia, can you tell me whether we can reach her? Maybe sometimes she cares for the children and maybe she's muted. She is muted. Are you here, Suzanne?
It's just the Zoom technology.
Yeah, it's Anelia is here. Okay, Tessie. Nancy, are you here with us so that our friends know you? And because when there are any requests, they email you or Tessie or Anelia.
Yes, hello.
Hi,
Everyone.
Nancy. You want to say a word? Yeah, to our friend.
Sure. I run the communications and marketing at SIOP, and you're all very welcome to message me directly. I'm always pleased to hear from members that have contributions that they think might be useful to our network. So feel free to send me any upcoming events, opportunities, jobs, resources, things that you've been working on, and we'll share it with the rest of the membership. It's lovely to meet you all.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Suzanne.
Yes.
Yes. Please
My
introduce
name,
yourself.
my name is Suzanne Nyabate. I am a clinical pharmacist from Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah, I have been a SAP member since last year.
Good.
Yeah. Just yet to renew my SAP membership this year. Definitely coming to Amsterdam. Thank you.
Welcome, Suzanne. Nice to meet you. Well, we gave word to the newcomers, but everyone is free to talk. So please, if you want to introduce yourself, please do so, because we really want to know all of you as much as we can. Please speak out. For example, I see Shefika. Shefika, you want to tell us where you work and what is it? You were the first one in the that came to the online meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of early bird always. I'm still working in Antalya MEM. I'm a member from Turkey. I'm a member for 2 years now. Yeah, really happy to be a part of this special community. Thank you.
Thank you. Konul, I see you're here. You want to introduce yourself? We have some more minutes so that we know more members. If you want, you can open your camera so that we see your faces and know you more. Yeah. Hi,
Hello,
can you introduce yourself?
I am Kanu Bagirova. I am head of pediatric department, pediatric hematology department, Azerbaijan National Hematology Center, and I am a new member this year.
So
Last
it
year,
was you who introduced yourself. We just had missed it. Okay, good. So we are waiting for the for the global mapping, as Dr. Shantada said, all the information of the centers in Azerbaijan. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank
Good.
you.
Anna Maria, I just go over the names. Anna Maria, you want to introduce yourself? Maybe sometimes.
Yes, she messaged in the chat.
Yeah, the internet maybe not. Yeah, she's saying thanks for the meeting. She's a pediatric surgeon. Good. We have the surgeons that we are multidisciplinary. We have physicians, nurses, surgeons, radiation oncologists, pharmacists, all. She's a member for a long time, also an IPSO member. When the group was born, and she's very interested in pediatric oncology to give the possibility of best treatment to every child who needs. Best regards to all. Anna Maria, thank you so much for your devotion to she is here for your devotion. Thank you so much. Yes, you want whoever, yeah, please go. I think Maria, you wanted to speak, yeah. You're muted.
No, it's okay. I introduced myself before. You just said to show our faces, so I just did.
Yes,
the
yes,
camera
it's good
on.
to show your faces. Yeah, it's good. Whoever is available can just put on their.
Thank you very, very much for
cameras.
everything. I am a SIOP member since a couple of months. I was in
Good.
SIOP Europe and in May, and I really, for the first time as well, and I really appreciate the exchange of ideas and meeting new people who are also interested in common things and learning so much from everyone. Thank you.
We are also happy to have you here. Doris, you want to say something or introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Doris from Ghana, Kolebu Teaching Hospital. I'm excited to be here and looking forward to working or meeting all of you soon.
Thank you. Ibrahim Eker, do you want to say something to the group? Sometimes, as I said, the internet may not be enough. Dilshad, do you want to say anything to the group?
Regine, before we move, before we close, perhaps first, if I may,
Of course.
of course, welcome you to come to our Congress in Amsterdam. I think we are expecting a record number of people. We had a record number of abstracts. So we think that this is going to be the largest SIOP Congress ever. So it is really going to be a groundbreaking event. We welcome every one of you. And just a couple of words that we often receive from our membership feedback. And please, every time we invite you to send your feedback, please do so, because it's very important for us to really know after the Congress, which were your expectations, which were the things that you think we can do better. And there is something that always comes back. And it is because, the cost of running a Congress like SIOP is increasing every year. And we try to keep the registration fee as low as possible. In fact, we barely increase the price of the registration, even though our costs are now around double. So it's a great effort that SIOP is making to keep the registration rate very low, or as low as possible. I know it is not low, but it is as low as possible. We give scholarship. We make sure that people can access the Congress online, but still, it's a huge effort that we are making to keep the cost at least reasonable. That means that there is no lunch, for example, at SIOP congresses. It is a congress now that it's too big to handle. It's a congress of more than 3,000 people. It's not possible for us to have lunch for everyone. And if we could, the cost will be extremely high. So this is something that always comes back in our feedback from the people that come from the Congress. We try to do the congresses in places that are central, so you can go to a restaurant, you can go to a supermarket to get your own food, but it's not possible for us to do like we do in continental meetings. When we do the continental branch meetings, we always do that because they are smaller meetings. Not so small, because next week this week we are having the Latin American one with more than 1,000 people registered already. So that is something that I beg you to understand, SIOP, and to understand the effort that we do for you to keep the registration low. But we ask you to consider that, because it's otherwise it will be unaffordable for everyone and impractical. We are such a big Congress now. Then the best time in the Congress for me, I think, is the coffee breaks, because you can meet with someone, ask questions, everybody is around. But we cannot do more than that at this time. And we won't, I think, because the Congress is getting bigger all the time.
Maybe a hint, Dr. Chantada, that sometimes when there are some symposiums of the industry in the lunchtime, watch out for those also. They usually provide some lunch. This is a small hint for the ones that want to enter those symposiums. But otherwise, as Dr. Chantada has said, we want to keep the cost as low as possible. So we have to refrain from, we know that we want to give lunch to everyone, but it is not possible.
Yeah.
I think we were really delighted to have so many of you. And and also, Jonah, congratulations for your abstract from Ghana. She's a nurse from Ghana. She has written in the chat. Congratulations, and you can keep contact with our nursing network, which is a great network. Thank you so much. So I think the time is now. It's almost 5 p.m. and everyone has to do some other work. So we were really delighted to have all of you here and to have this chat. And whenever you have any questions, comments, please write to the Secretariat, to us, to the SIOP leadership. We're all here to help you, to be in the same family, to be working hand in hand for the benefit of the children in all the world, so that we can increase, we can cure more, and care for all children in the world. You know, this is the SIOP motto. Dr. Shantade, would you like to give the last words? Yeah.
Oh, just echo your words. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being a SIOP member. We hope that you can come with us in Amsterdam or in other of our congresses, and also to participate in all the activities that Regine highlighted so well that we do all the year round. So thank you again for coming, and looking forward to seeing you in Amsterdam. Thank you.
Before we leave, if you can open your cameras, the ones that you can, and Elia, Nancy, can you take some pictures? So the family picture of the SIOP Open Forum. You can smile, a big SIOP smile. And Elia, when you did it, you can tell us that it is done.
Yes, I'm doing some attempts now.
Good.
Good. Thank you.
So thank you all. It was great being with you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.